Well, I'll go first. I auditioned 9 times for Ain't Too Proud, but each time it was different. I think because we were originating the musical, they didn't really know what to look for. And so they asked me to dance, they asked me to sing, they asked me to dance again and sing again and sing again. I was able to meet a former colleague of mine, or I would say, employee, Kenny Seymour. We met at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and he is our MD for this the show. And he just told me to keep coming around. They'll see you again, and once the creatives see you, I think that you'll get the shoe in the spot. So I'm glad I stayed.
Yeah, you said a bunch of auditions.
Yeah, I would say over the span of a month for Moulin Rouge, we had very long like dance calls where we learned part of the combination, extended the combination, we would sing in between, we would come back to partner, we would do more partnering, we would sing again, and there was one day it was like maybe like 10 to 5, so it was like long days, but over the span of a month I would say, and then like the following week was work sessions, because I understudy as well, so it was like principal work sessions and then vocal sessions, and it was at least like close to maybe 15 times in a month. Yeah.
Do they have to pay you more if you come in? Is there some sort of rule, or do they always get around that rule?
There's no
They
rule.
should. They always get around.
Okay.
But there is a rule.
There's a rule that like after like the 6th audition, they're supposed to pay you, but I've never heard of anybody getting paid. Okay, all right, just wanted to confirm. Okay.
I have been with Jagged Little Pill since about 2013 as well. I was involved in the very first developmental workshops of Jagged Little Pill, and I auditioned about 6 or 7 times over the course of a week. They were trying to get it cast fairly quickly, but I was in for 6 or 7 times. Around the 5th or so time, I was auditioning for Diane Paulus, our director, and she gave me some sides for one of the roles in the show, which was Andrew, the role that I'm currently playing, formerly known as Justin, if you followed the course of the show. But they gave the sides to me in the audition and asked me to come back 5 minutes later to do those sides. And I came back in with the sides, and I thought I blew it, so I sent a little email to the casting director to say, please bring me in one more time. I know that I can do better than this if you just give me a day to digest it. And I went home, I worked my sides, came back the next day, went through the audition, they didn't give me any adjustments, and I thought that I had completely blown it. I thought there was no way in the world I was getting cast, and the next day I got a call from my agent that I had booked it. So you kind of never know in the audition process. Sometimes you think it went fantastically, it's down to you and one other person, you're like, I totally booked it, and you don't get it. Or the complete opposite is true. You think you blew it, and the next day you find out you're going to be in a Broadway musical.
That's a lot of chutzpah that you like felt strong enough about what else you could do that you.
That's actually the first time that I had ever done that, to reach out and say, hey, listen, give me one more try. And it was at the prompting of a teacher of mine that I had been working the sides with, and they said, you know, they gave you like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot to send that email, and I'm glad that I did.
I have to speak now because my audition was the one where I was like, oh, I did not book this.
Yeah.
There's no way. So I sent a video to Tina in November. So I was auditioning out of town because of Miss Louisiana, I couldn't move to New York until July. So I sent a video in November, and my agent calls me a few days after, and she's like, oh, they loved you, they want to know if you can dance. And I was like, yeah, I can dance. And that was the last I had heard from them. That was it. I was like, well, I guess they don't care. And so months passed, and I actually believe I was the last person cast in the show outside of the kids. Months passed, and April comes around, and at the end of April 30th, I got an email that they were having an invited dance call. And I think they were kind of in a rush to find either a swing or another ICAT because everybody was union in the audition except for me, and I was peeing my pants. I was so nervous. So I went to this invited dance call. I had to take an ice bath afterwards because I hadn't been in an audition in so long. And I was trying to keep up with all these equity dancers it was just, and then when I got the email that I had a callback, I did not believe it. So I had to fly back up to New York for the callback, in which they gave us these packets to run, because I think they were looking for a swing. So it was, I listened to Tina's sister songs, a few Tina songs, and I stayed up all night learning them, and I sang none of them.
You mean actually, in the room, they didn't ask you to do
In the
any
room,
of
they
it?
did not ask me to do it. And so I'm sitting out there nervous because they're asking the girls to sing the songs, and they're cutting them off. I'm like, they're not even letting these girls finish. And so I get in and I sing a song from my book, and they cut me off, and I didn't even get to the music that they had us prepare. So I was like, this is terrible. And so I read the sides, and I'm going to tell you an embarrassing story. I read the sides, and instead of looking at the scene person that was reading, I was just picking a spot. I was so nervous. And so they're like, can you do the sides again, but look at the girl reading for you? And I was like, yep, I can do that. I can do that.
We can take an adjustment.
I can take a note. If I can't do anything, I can take a note. So that's how that audition went. I felt terrible. I felt like I had no name because everybody at the audition knew everybody at Tennessee. And I was very, very, very insecure. And when my agent called me, I thought they were calling me about a different job. Because I was like, there's no way I'll book Tina. Yeah, and they called me that Monday and told me that I was going to be in ICANN.
Malcolm.
My audition journey with Hadestown started in December of 2018. So it was on a Friday, and there were maybe 5 or 6 groups for the day, and in each group there were maybe 20 to 30 people in each group. So they dwindled it down, and so I had to come back that evening to sing, and then I got a call back Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was supposed to be the last day. I got a call from my agent saying, hey, they want to see you one more time, so we had to go back in on that Friday, and so that weekend, Saturday, I was heading home for the holidays. It was Christmas. And they said, so we're gonna be, making some decisions you won't know until after the new year.
Fun.
Right. I was so stressed out the entire break. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I get this, I hope I get this. I couldn't really enjoy, I tried to get my mind off it by hanging out with family and
Happy holidays.
oh my gosh, it was the worst. So I get back a few days after the new year, don't hear anything, so I had to continue with auditions and going in for other things. And I would run into people that I saw at the auditions and, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? No, I haven't. Have you? Yeah, my agent said that I was taken off the table. I was like, okay, meaning they were taken off hold. I was like, okay, so there's a possibility that I'm still in this running. And then, so I was babysitting one night, and my agent sent me, I got a call from my agent, hey, they want to see you one more time. What? I thought like everything was done.
You said it was final. Like
Right, you said this
I
was
didn't
it.
ask you if it was final. You said this is the last.
Out of your mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had to go in one last time, and there were just a handful of guys there, and I didn't find out until maybe a week after that I had booked. Yeah.